All right, welcome to the Friendly Jodies podcast. We're very happy that you joined us today. We've got a full podcast filled with very exciting segments. And the first one is, Miss Love, I think you'll appreciate this segment. For the first
Frankie's.
Sorry, go. We talked about Frankie's in the pre-show. If you want to know more about that, then become a patron. The first one is, Pentagon has just confirmed a UFO.
Tell me more.
So look, throughout there were reportings that I've seen this this unidentified flying object, and always the response was, "It's a smudge on your camera screen. Stop it." But for the first time, Pentagon has said, "Yep, the video." So some Marine, can't remember his name. I think his name's Campbell something. He was recording a footage on a thermal radar, which is the one that captures heat. And what you could see, I've seen the video.
I've seen the photo, actually.
You have? So it's like a spherical / pyramidish object, and it's coming at an extremely fast pace, goes straight into the water. And here's the crazy bit about it. It has no debris. It was not destroyed. Anything in like this world's physics that hits the water at that speed will leave traces, but not this. So whatever it was, it's working at the physics laws are completely different for this. There are several theories. I can get into the theories, but what do you guys think about this? Do aliens exist or what?
I think I should precurse by saying, once again, Jordan is in the right chair.
Yes, finally. Couldn't come at a more opportune time.
It's just like, is that chair a UFO? It looks like alien debris to me. Sorry.
Yeah, if you zoom in on the footage, it just has on it right there. Oh, of course, it was Razor. No, sorry. Pentagon denies it once again.
I love this stuff. I love suspending my disbelief at these times. I think it's unequivocally a UFO. What do you think?
Well, it is a UFO.
Well, it is a UFO, but I'm just trying to figure out what alien from Men in Black it is.
Yeah. And that Democratic candidate that was laughed off the stage and his career run as president was stopped because he said that he's seen a UFO.
Joe Biden?
And everyone started laughing at him. Probably was a joke.
Hey, enough of this malarkey. Aliens exist. We all know that.
Malarkey. Who was it?
Unidentified to him is anything that isn't the Hindenburg blimp.
Quantish. Yeah. Fuck.
But so do you guys want to hear what the theories are?
Yeah.
Yes,
do you have any?
please.
I mean,
One of the theories is, and these are all the rational theories. One of the theories is it is actually a drone that is being used by a foreign power.
I knew Tonga was up to something.
Jesus.
But then
Just a Tongan.
the problem is, and like
doing a cannibal.
codename China.
Yeah.
But the problem is, if Chinese have invented that kind of technology,
We're done.
they've won.
That's true.
If they have managed to defy physics, then World War III is over.
True.
But that's one of the theories. The other theory is it's being used by Pentagon as like this to basically get more funding for Space Force.
Ah. But what is it?
But no, I've seen a lot of unidentified flying object footage. And I'll admit, a lot of it does just look like a smudge on a camera. But every now and then, you do see something that is unexplainable.
Yeah.
As in, it's going in one direction, it goes in the other direction. Wow. I don't know if helicopters can do that.
Well,
yeah, but the general consensus about those was that, and I've got this from the Joe Rogan podcast, that apparently there's a lot of aircraft that the American military uses that are kind of classified because they're still in their developing stage, and they look like UFOs. There's a few pictures out there because it has come out.
Can they move like UFOs?
Apparently they can, latest technology. But we don't know. That's one of the theories that is being posed for that. But this is not that
actually kind of ties into Alex Jones's theory that everything that you're seeing right now, it's really from the 50s. That's the technology. Just think about it like that. We're about a century behind in what they actually release. And then he showed us footage from the 50s of, I think, 3D goggles that existed.
Yeah.
And they did look exactly like my Oculus. which just adds more theory to the fact that I should be sitting in this chair. But come on.
Sorry.
It does seem like that is a way of explaining the U part in UFO.
I think Jones is onto something here. I mean, there's no doubt that it is a time release of technology. I mean, even if you look at the fact of like the iPhone technology, the internet, you know, being essentially like a government hoarded invention, FBI, CIA, whatever it was.
Look, all of that might be true, but there's the last theory that it's aliens. We're missing the elephant in the room. And the Pentagon has basically said the video is real. It is a UFO.
What do you think?
I think, well, I don't know what to think, but here's my question. Let's assume for a second that it is aliens. The question then becomes, why are they trying really hard to hide themselves? If you have that level of technology, wouldn't you just like announce that you're here?
Maybe it's just like we're North Sentinel to them.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I've been dabbling with this theory here and there upon the ponderings of my mind that it's a trippy thought that everyone, you know, you think about aliens like, oh, they're going to invade. It would be, I think the trippiest thought is that aliens are so uninterested with us and our level of civilization that we're like ants.
Yeah,
to
but
them.
what are they doing in Hawaii then?
Coconuts? Don't know. I mean,
How about this? This is my personal.
but that is a
theory.
possibility.
It is. It is a possibility. That's
no,
like
not
actually,
the coconuts. That like I don't know what they're doing. They're probably like burrowing to the center of the ocean to get the ink from a giant squid because they realize that gives them better orgasms. I don't fucking know.
That's actually the
It
Michio
could
Kaku
be
theory.
true.
yeah. Hey.
The Michio, you know the Michio Kaku, who's like this, one of the OG intellectuals of the dark web, but like he was more about science and why Einstein is amazing. He said that
Wow,
aliens.
what an edgy opinion. No wonder he was good to the
Is this the guy Dome Kang loved?
confines of the net. What?
Is this the guy Dome Kang loved?
Fat Fist Freddy?
No.
He was the original of the intellectual dark web. That guy is really dark. I reckon he's still got 50 followers on Facebook.
Oh my god.
He was saying that it's
Lower
not.
than Forest Hall levels.
Yeah, but way more woke.
yeah.
His thing was that it's not that the aliens are hiding themselves from us. It's just that we're too stupid to know that they're there. He was saying that he
So it's Men in
compared
Black.
humans to like goldfish in a bowl. The goldfish just revolves around. It doesn't even realize that there's a human behind it.
Well, apparently when the Mayflower rocked up to the New World, Indians couldn't see it for a week, and it took their tribe elders a long time of staring out there and thinking, why are the waves moving like that? And then finally their brain could comprehend that there was a huge wooden boat there. And let's just think about the gap in technology between a wooden boat and something that can dive into the ocean and not leave debris. Then again, why is a Marine looking at it? They're all pretty dumb. Like, they're called jarheads for a reason.
But that is a good point. I mean,
Well, maybe it's not a Marine. It's someone, I don't know what it is.
I mean,
but
even the idea that like, you know, I mean, I think that we use like 20% of our brain capability.
that's a myth. I actually looked it
Really?
up. No, we don't. We use most of it.
Okay, that's a
That's
myth.
like
I think
a
we
thing.
use 20% of it when we're watching TV.
Right.
Well, but collectively we use most of it.
But the doors of human perception are, I mean, that example's pretty poignant of that something can be in front of your face. I mean, you could, you know, it happens when you're looking for something. How often are you looking for something? And it was in front of you the whole time. Oh.
What about
Yeah, and that's salt. You've seen salt before.
I know. A few times at least.
Definitely.
So like, I mean, I have. But I don't think it's an unbelievable thing that, you know...
I reckon that they've
something's
definitely
out there.
contacted this planet before. And I'm just pretty much basing that off this one Discovery Channel documentary I saw when Discovery Channel started taking a real nosedive in its...
No pun intended.
You know, when they started doing documentaries about Are Mermaids Real? Kim Kardashian was like, really? That's crazy.
I knew it, bitch.
Then again, I was one of those people because the fact that they showed a skull of some ancient Egyptian priest that made it go more oblong shaped by putting a bunch of bands on it to shape it over time, and then showed them some mythology that they had, the same as Aboriginals here, that there are something that looks exactly like those big-headed aliens that lived in the cracks and taught them about hunting.
There's a lot of
this one taught them about pyramids, and they're just in exact alignment with stars.
That's bizarre. That's
Let's
bizarre.
just put it this way, as Ali would say, it's a theory.
Yeah.
Theory. What about this? This is my theory, and this is probably not accurate, but hear me out.
Hey, wait a sec. Ali is short for alien.
Fuck.
Okay, how about this theory? Look, so clearly, we've evolved over the years, right? So we've gotten better at understanding our nature with like hundreds of thousands of years, and because the universe is expanding, whatever aliens are clearly way ahead of us. If they are managing to come down here, they've been around a lot longer than we have, essentially. So they are way more advanced than us. So, and pre-scientific revolution age, they would have probably contacted us in forms of like what we now say, God whispers us or whatever, the flaming bush of Moses. But since the scientific revolution, they've been like, okay, now they are on the path to come to where we already are. But it will obviously take us like thousands of years more. So then they're like, they don't want to fuck with us because they're like, okay, now they're on the right track, so they'll move on.
Could be an experiment.
Yeah.
Could be that they need squid ink.
Squid ink is very cool.
It could be either, honestly. They're not.
Well, that's the other thing. It's if they're beyond our comprehension that we can't see them, surely the reasons for them contacting us are beyond our comprehension. And it's not that far off to think that they have just created some device that is near impossible for us to see, because my snake, for instance, sees the world in a completely different way to I see it. You know?
Are you calling
That's what I'm saying.
alien
That's what I'm
snakes?
saying. Like, it's easy to have your perceptions when you're like, you're on a different plane. Like, different animals have different sense, like ability to see, sense, like that.
Yeah, even this dog, if we turned off all the lights, apparently the dog wouldn't really even notice that the lights are off.
Damn, because it's sleeping.
She has better eyesight.
She is
than us.
sleeping at the moment. That's not a good example. But if she wasn't,
They see light though. They see light.
They see light, but apparently at dark time, is that the scientific word for it? They
Or otherwise known as night.
as known as night. They can see objects 5 times better than we can see objects in pitch black. And their eyesight isn't great. I think our eyesight can distinguish more colors than theirs can.
Colors. But that's
Yeah.
apparently because like we needed to know
No,
what's
we
a
traded
fruit
off
and
night
shit.
vision
Yeah,
for
we
fruit.
traded off night vision for fruits.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, evolutionarily speaking.
You know what? Maybe
That's
that's
incredible.
Because my mum, she reckons that she's lived in a couple of houses that have been haunted over her time. And
That's no conspiracy. Australia's definitely got some haunted places. But anyway.
But she was
Spitting
saying that
facts.
somehow the dogs are always first to know. As in her dog, which is very similar to Indy's, used to be growling at a corner, doing that thing with its hair off its back.
Right. Jesus, that'd be bizarre, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be.
On that note,
Or maybe the dog was kind of crazy. That happened.
yeah, it's a possibility. On that note, though,
She also saw the ghost, but then again, my mum is also crazy.
on that note, someone showed me this clip of this guy that was on one of those shows that was like, my house is haunted. And how good's this? How like 2021 is this? He was like certain the house was haunted. And like, it was like, we'll leave some salt out. And it came back in the morning. It was like, leave this place. And this guy was like, I'm 2 mortgage payments off, man. And just went, did that and just wrote like, no, you leave. And was just like, I'm going to bed. He didn't give a shit.
Boss.
fucking with the dead.
Holy hell!
Ultimate boss. And it wasn't like a comedy show. It was one of those really serious ones. It's like, we are going to help you. And he's just like, yeah, I need all the help I can get. Fucking bullshit.
Mambo t-shirt says, animals staring at walls means they're sick or dying. Did the dog die afterwards?
No.
So Mambo,
He
like,
went on to live a long and happy life of 12 years.
That is long for a dog.
so now,
average.
Mambo, that means that you are irrelevant just like your name now.
But you know what else?
Probably the guy who
Because
made Mambo. He's like,
that's
fuck
something we
you.
were discussing in the previous pod, that when people are crossing over, the only people they speak to are former friends of theirs that died, that come in and visit them, and I'm assuming John Edwards. And John Edwards wasn't in the room. Maybe that was one of Mum's housemates. Who knows? Maybe he had a stint in Australia
Let's
for a
be
while,
honest.
just being like, this Hollywood thing isn't working.
Wait,
Let's
is
be honest,
John
it wouldn't be
Edwards the-
surprising, would it, if your mum lived with him? The guy from like Nick Cave's band, John Edwards.
Is that
All
from
the stars.
Twilight?
What?
John Edwards?
No. Jesus.
Do you know John Edwards?
You Google him right
I
now.
bet you know him
him.
as the failed presidential candidate against Obama.
American television personality. Is that him? Never seen the guy. What did he
Isn't
ever
it
do?
amazing that he hasn't aged?
Because
That man's never crossing over.
he is
All right.
a time
I
traveler.
learned something today.
Dude, this guy is the guy that goes in a room and it's like, I'm getting something here, a woman. You, yes,
oh, wait,
a
this
woman.
is the haunted guy, haunted house guy, is it?
No,
he
the
goes around with
afterlife.
like a meter and says, "Yep, definitely ghost."
He's on Kyle and Jackie O quite a lot.
All right.
And every time someone rings
He
up,
does
seems
this.
to get
Look,
nothing but misses.
I'm getting something Pakistani. Okay, Pakistani. I'm getting a car. Driving car. And you go, yeah, I saw a ghost in the desert while I was driving once. It's like, that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting.
I'm sick of people making fun of him, though, because even if he is cold reading, that's still impressive in itself. You're just not impressed because you actually are psychic. But to the rest of us mere mortals, the fact that he can sit there and be like, has someone in your life died? No. Well, surely someone has died. Come on. Like, yeah, actually they have. Okay.
Everyone has had
you're right.
someone in their family die.
No, look, there's a criticism that he's just a bullshit artist, but Jordan's saying that he still has the talent to be able to, like, you know, like assess people's reactions pretty vividly and get
Yeah,
to
but
some
Jordan
epic...
sleeps outside a house because he's afraid that there's a ghost inside.
That was a kind of
a
scary
man
house.
who's afraid of ghosts, but not afraid of the rat that the state brings him. For constantly
Yeah, I know, that's him.
criticizing.
So
Hey, there's a guy outside your house trying to kill you. Yeah, it's fine. I'll just go home at the most sketchy times of the night on my own. It's cool.
and I'll leave the doors open.
And I'll leave the doors unlocked. And then, like, yeah, a really secluded, really beautiful part of the Blue Mountains. Ghost.
Yeah, look, I am Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. I shouldn't be part of that, that van, but yet somehow I am. I don't know why I'm so scared of ghosts. I really don't.
Well,
and
you
I
know-
don't even know if I believe in them. I just know that I never want to meet one. I don't know what it is.
Apparently, they
I
can
reckon
kill you
I've seen
even if you
one.
don't believe in them.
Huh?
They can kill you even if you don't believe in them.
Well, that allayed my fears. As long as they can kill me. I just don't want the salt saying, get out.
Yeah.
That's the scary part to me. You know,
Yeah.
there was this movie, I can't remember which one it was, but there was this ghost of a witch, and then the kid comes in crying to the parents saying that there is a witch talking to her, just telling her, like, you know what you should do? I think you should kill yourself. That's so much scarier to me
Jesus.
than a ghost wielding a knife or trying to possess you.
I told you the story about my ex's mum when she was a little girl with her sister living in England. There was just a boy that would cry at the end of their bed. Like, and there was like, we would talk to him all the time and play with him.
I know, and they were so passive
Her
about it because I
husband?
said, what about
No,
that
a boy,
ghost
not a
that was
man.
crying at your bed? And their response was, huh? Ghost of the... Oh, yes, Tommy. Yeah, he was all right.
So amazing.
What is that response?
All right.
I need to learn from them.
Have you guys seen, just on that note, have you guys seen that footage? It's like a YouTube video. It's like It's like creepy shit found by drones. And there's some that are kind of lame, but there's one that is irrelevant of if it's a ghost or a witch. That's completely irrelevant. Even if it's just a person, it is creepy. It's this fucking forest in the middle of nowhere, just flying around, like just forest for miles. And then there's like a figure, basically just looks like a witch, like with this cloak on, this white cloak, just been like, can't see it. And the fucking thing's just like, bzz, bzz, and just kind of goes down to it. And then like the figure just kind of like, you never see its face, but kind of like looks and then just sort of like, and like scurries away into the bush. And it's like, if that's a person, what are you doing? Looking for fucking...
Why are you so scared of getting shot down?
I don't think you're dressed for like a maple tree, sapping.
Yeah.
It's just so weird. I don't know. Maybe it was just like a, Opeth fan. I don't know. Probably was actually. But like, what do they do, these Opeth fans? They just go into the forest alone and just like conjure up spirits alone.
Because the only people that dress in a white cloak are druids. So it basically is a witch.
Wait, what is a druid?
It's just a male witch.
Ah.
Damn, they're called druids?
Well, I don't know. Isn't
thought that was an
that the
ethnicity.
priests in pagan times? Isn't that their version of a pope? The guys that used to sit around Rosetta Stones and... No, not Rosetta Stones. That circular stones. That everyone's like, why are they in a circle?
Did somebody
Why are some of them knocked down? Is it because they're thousands of years old? We'll never know. Man, unsolved mystery. But it's so lame.
All right, we figured the aliens bit out, so let's move on to our next topic.
Fat
you
dyke
guys-
on cracks.
I've figured that out. Definitely. I don't know. What do you reckon?
Fat dyke on cracks, not having a bar of it. Can we skip this bullshit? What do you want to talk about? Discord? Something of
Yeah,
worth?
she's on crack, so she
very
doesn't know what's
interesting.
up.
That's so much more interesting than a potential witch.
Yes.
Aliens?
Yeah.
No.
I know. Memes.
Yeah, I know. Okay, just think about that druid thing running away as a meme.
Yeah. Now you're interested.
You're on board, are you, Fat Dyke on crack? Let us know.
And the dog was probably fucking with Jordan's mum for the meme.
Oh.
Sure. Thank you. Thanks,
Yes.
Fat dyke on crack. Thank
See,
you.
you can make anything interesting.
I'm